Welcome everybody to the next Midwest Super Conference webinar, and this is Jeff Mills, the host of the Midwest Super Conference. It's coming up very shortly. I think we're down to less than 5 weeks, between 5 and 6 weeks away, and that's really exciting for us because this is getting down to like the final. We're just kind of like rounding the second base right now, halfway through our 15 presentations with some of our guest speakers or presenters tonight. We've got an excellent speaker. Excellent person that you need to learn some powerful information about. His name is Reed Floren, and he's going to be speaking with us in just a few moments. Just wanted to make sure you guys understood some of the big, huge benefits of coming to the Midwest Super Conference, and I'm just going to go through these real briefly here. Why should you come to the Midwest Super Conference? Number one, it's the only event of its kind in the Midwest. There's internet marketing conferences right now taking place all over the country, but none of them happen in the Midwest, in the heartland. So we're going to take care of that need so you guys can get here real simple, real easy. You can drive here, you can fly here. It's about 2 or 3 hours flying distance from most places anywhere in America, unless you live in Hawaii and Alaska or the great place of Puerto Rico. And also, why should you come to the conference? The price is very reasonable. Right now, I'm at the John Childers Speaker Training Seminar. It's a 4-day training seminar down here in Nashville. And I want you all to know that I paid $25,000 to come to John Childers Speaker Training Seminar. Okay? So compare that to the price that I'm charging for my 3-day seminar at $997 or $697, and obviously you guys are getting a steal of a deal at that price. All the other internet marketing seminars happening around the world around the same time, ours is much more expensive, $2,000, $5,000. I've seen even higher. So very reasonable, very affordable. You guys can easily come, put on a credit card, and finance your way here. You're going to learn some stuff at the Internet Marketing Super Conference here in the Midwest that you're not going to learn at any other seminars out there, because we've got a special speaker lineup that's like none other. Some of the best names in the industry. If you don't know who's speaking at the Midwest Super Conference, I want to encourage you right now to go to MidwestSuperConference.com/main, MAIN. MidwestSuperConference.com/MAIN, and go read the sales letter there on that website, because that is very informative, teaching you and showing you all about our speaker lineup, all the topics that's going to be presented while people are here at the Super Conference. Fourth reason you need to come is you're going to be surrounded by successful people, success-oriented people. I've met a lot of people here at this conference that I'm at right now who are blowing my mind with how they think about prosperity, how they think about wealth, how they generate income. And they've long ago got rid of the trading their time for dollars mentality, where they're an employee working for somebody else and making somebody else rich, and now they're in the results for money business, which means they're entrepreneurs and they only make an income if they produce product, produce services, coaching, all these different kinds of ways that they can make an unlimited amount of money, write your own check, live the life of your dreams. You need to be around people who have that kind of attitude, because I bet the people you're hanging around with don't know what it's like to be financially free. They don't know what it's like to get on an airplane, sit in the front of the airplane in first class whenever you want, because you can do that because you own your own business, you make a ton of money in the information marketing business. So you're going to be around great speakers. Combined, our speakers have generated over $100 million. So you can either learn from amateurs who are going to teach you to become amateurs, and you'll stay an amateur and never get where you want to go in your life, seriously. Or you can come and learn from multi-millionaires who've got systems, who've got solutions, who've got answers to some of the biggest problems you're facing about generating income, about using the internet, about making money. So we're going to give you access to this $1 million Rolex of speakers. A lot of these speakers that come to this event will actually end up becoming your friend, as they have to me. And it's great to have friends in high places. It's great to have friends who are connected. See, it's not just about, who you know, folks. They say life's an inside job. It's not just about who you know. It's about who knows you as well. And it's important if you want to get really well known in the business of speaking, or really well known in the business of making money online, that you connect with some of the top mentors and teachers, because we believe in continued education, folks. The Midwest Super Conference is a continuing education event. We're gonna take your education about marketing where it left off in school. If you went to school and you got a marketing degree, we're going to blow that marketing degree out of the water. In 3 days, you're going to get a massive, or you're going to get an MBA. Henry, do you know what MBA stands for?
What does that stand for?
Henry, an MBA stands for Massive Bank Account. And so we're going to share with people how to get an MBA by starting their own business, or taking their already existing businesses and services and products and just explode it on the internet with the $1 Million Faculty and all the other millionaires and people attending this event because they want to be there and surround themselves with successful people. Folks, you've got a little bit of red alert coming your way right now. We've got actually a few more days until the 2 easy payment system for the Midwest Super Conference goes away. And don't miss out on making it easy for yourself and your pocketbook by breaking your payments to come to the conference up with 2 easy payments. You can come for $498.50 in our VIP program, or you can come for, I think it's $398.50 for the standard program, and that's in a 2-payment program. Take advantage of that. Save yourself some money. You're going to go to the link you see on your screen here, midwestsuperconference.com/main/order.html, and that'll take you to our page where you can simply sign up and make your decision to come to the conference tonight. We did extend the room block. We have until September 4th to fill up our hotel. After that, the room block is going to be full, and you're going to be paying what everyone else pays to come to stay at a hotel. It's not going to have a special rate for you. So you've been given fair warning. We've been warning you all for well over a month now that if you register early, you're going to save between $25 and $40 on the hotel per night. And after the 4th, we can't save you any more money. So please take advantage tonight. We want to thank you, everyone in advance, for taking advantage of this offer we're going to be giving you guys tonight to come to the conference and make it very special for you. I'm going to show you a way you can come to the Midwest Super Conference for free. Let me bring up a website.
Jeff, while you're doing that, I know you were in a hurry when you got in there. Did you already hit the record button now?
I sure did.
Okay. Just thought I'd...
Pretty smart, huh? Thinking ahead. All right. If you guys want to learn how to come to the Midwest Super Conference for free, here's all you got to do. You go to whoisjeffmills.com/freecard.html. Okay? whoisjeffmills.com/freecard.html. On this website, here's what I'm telling you. Finally, we've got a simple system, a simple solution for helping all of you get all the money you need so that you can join any home-based business, attend any live event or high-ticket seminar, or purchase that fantastic home study course you've always drooled over but you could never afford. All you have to do is click on the link right here. And when you go to this page, you're going to see a way for you to leverage your way to the Midwest Super Conference using someone else's money. It's not going to cost you a dime out of your pocket. You simply, if you don't have a credit card, you sign up to get one. And if you don't have a credit card you can use, you get a different one. You take that credit card, you finance, you're going to get it in 7 to 10 days in the mail. You use it to come to the conference. You use it to finance your education, just like anyone else would finance their education. And then you apply the knowledge you learn at the Super Conference and make a ton of money. How's that for a deal? So you're going to use someone else's money to pay for your education, and then you're going to pay it back with the money you make with the information our speakers teach you so that you can become financially wealthy. And, use credit cards at your leisure to finance your dreams and goals. And a lot of people think credit cards are bad. I think credit cards are great if used properly to finance and leverage your way into things you could not normally afford. The very first internet marketing conference that I ever went to, I financed my way there. The very first business opportunity I ever joined, because I didn't have the money, it cost me $500. I kid you not, it's $500, and my wife and I freaked out about that because we didn't have the money. So I put it on a credit card. The next day, I had made $2,400 in commissions, paid that $500 back real simple, real fast, and basically that started my internet marketing career on a $500 business opportunity that I leveraged into almost $100,000 worth of income. Is that a good decision, Henry? If I paid $500 once and turned it into $100,000, how many times did you do that?
Well, that sounds like a good ratio for on return on your investment.
That's a high yield for what I had to pay to get the knowledge I've got now. So, folks, don't neglect the benefit of having a financing program to get you where you want to go if you don't have the cash in pocket or the cash in hand. Use the bank's money. Use someone else's money and get yourself here to the Midwest Super Conference. This is going to be the best decision of your life. Trust me. The conference is going to be spectacular. You're going to love it. So just go to whoisjeffmills.com/freecard.html. Click on this link right here to pick your credit card. And there's all kinds of credit cards you can choose from here on this site, you guys. You get it in 7 to 10 business days, and then we're going to see you here in Minnesota in just about a month away. Actually, a month from today. 5 weeks from today, 4.5 weeks from today. So we've got a special call for you guys tonight. We've got a special guest. His name is Reed Floren, and Reed is one of my business partners that I've joint ventured with because he came to my Midwest Super Conference last year. And he sat right in the front row. He was quiet as a mouse. Nobody knew who he was. I didn't know who Reed was, or I didn't know his story. I didn't know his background. I didn't know how much money he'd made on the internet, or I didn't know anything about him other than he sat in the front and he took copious notes, and he was totally into everything that was happening there. And later on, we became better acquainted. We did some different joint ventures together, and now we're business partners together with another business that we run together locally here in the Twin Cities. Reed is actually from St. Peter, Minnesota, which is about halfway between where I live in the Twin Cities and where Sioux Falls is in South Dakota. So he's kind of like in the southeastern, or southwestern, I should say, part of the state of Minnesota. Well, there's not much action happening out there. So Reed enjoys coming up to the Twin Cities often to meet with his girlfriend or meet with us and some of the people we work with in the Twin Cities. He's a phenomenal marketer who's made just a ton of money online by learning how to joint venture with other big names or small name marketers, and then leverage those lists and those relationships to create a fortune of cash just by building relationships with other people who are just like he is. He's made more money in his 21 years than most people have made in their 60 years of living 9 to 5 full-time jobs, working 40 to 50 hours a week, trading their time for someone else's money to make them rich. So pay close attention to what Reed has to say to you guys tonight, because what he's going to share with you is literally going to blow you away. So Reed, I'm going to go ahead and turn the call presentation over to you. You should be seeing it pop up on your computer, and then go ahead and get it kicked off on your screen, and then we'll let it roll.
Well, thank you for that introduction.
Thanks, Reed, for being here. So, Reed, are you going to want me to interview you tonight, or is this you're just going to roll with it from here on out? And if you want to ask me questions, just call me out.
I do have a presentation.
Okay.
And we can go off that.
Go for it.
Do I have to move this sidebar at all?
No, we don't see it. You can. There's a little tiny arrow button you can push there, and it'll minimize it.
Okay. Well, my presentation is why you must have joint venture partners and how to get them. And that's what I look like for everyone on the call. So here's why you should listen to me. I'm a professional joint venture broker, which means I line up people who have products with people who have lists. So you can take one marketer and you'll have them promote your product, and it'll make both of you quite a bit of money. I'm also a super affiliate, which means I'm one of the top salesmen for anything I promote. I'm a list builder. I've been building my list for a little over a year now, or about a year now, and I do massive giveaway events for the most part, where I have other joint venture partners join up. They donate a gift, and then they promote the site. Their list builds, my list builds, and we all make lots of money doing it.
So a year ago, Reed, you didn't have a list a year ago? You've only been doing the kind of joint venture stuff for just over a year?
I've done joint venture stuff. I started in '05 for joint venture stuff. I bought a course through Jason Cox. I bought that via Russell Brunson's link, and by doing that, I was able to be Russell Brunson's joint venture broker for buying the course. And so I learned a little bit about that, and then that led to meeting Mark Joyner. And I ended up brokering for Mark Joyner's Simpleology site. He got me into the Internet Marketing Main Event, the first one, in September of '05. That led to lots of different connections. I met Henry Gold there, and we did a site called 117christmasgifts.com. That site had over 50,000 subscribers and did around $50,000 in revenue. That was, when I was pretty fresh and green to this. And then it just kind of snowballed from there. I got a lot more business from that by learning marketing and making more connections. And then for serious joint venture brokering, it's been since about April of this year, like April 23rd or so. I changed my website a little bit, and I'm getting people who want me to broker their projects. I probably get between 5 or 10 requests a day for brokering, so I turn a lot of people down for it because it's just overkill.
Wow, that's amazing. In 1 year, that can happen, change your life, and make you the kind of income that's just fantastic.
Yeah, it was really fun to see that happen. So I'm a professional speaker. I spoke at Joel Christopher's event and Ross Goldberg's event, and I spoke on joint ventures at both of those. And I've also had #1 listings on Google, Yahoo, and Amazon at the same time. At a stock market forum. If you look for my name, Reed Floren, it's reedfloren.com. And that site had a bunch of controversy, and I was able to get at the #1 of those for various things like stock market forum, and got in the newspaper a lot for it and on radio shows for it. I have an extensive client list because of the JV brokering. I work with people like Mark Joyner, Russell Brunson, Henry Gold, Jason Ullman, Joel Comm, Brian Edmondson, Todd Gross, and a lot of other people. Too many to really list here. And that's all happened, most of that's happened in the past couple months from that. So I've been featured in Yahoo News, on WCCO radio, which I think is the biggest radio station in the Minneapolis area.
How'd you get that gig?
I was in. That was actually something for, I went to kind of a unique high school where we were able to work on stuff we were interested in, and I got to talk about how, by going to that school, I was able to do my website and stuff like that, so I could tie that in together.
Sweet.
In an interview. And then for Mark Joyner, I'm getting a Skype call. For Mark Joyner, I was part of his Simpleology group, and I was beta testing his 7-day business turnaround, and then I ended up writing a report that he used. Actually, I took that from a report I used for Ken MacArthur, and I just changed it a little bit, put it on there, put some branding for them on there, and had me answer a few questions on joint ventures. So I get asked quite a bit from various people who meet me about the Simpleology course. I was on the front page of the Star Tribune a couple of years ago for other stuff with the school and website-related things. Investors Business Daily wrote up something about me because my site was Investors Business Daily related. And there is a story there, but I won't go into it. And I also was on MSNBC, Internet Marketing News Watch. There was a book called Startup Chat where they interviewed me and they put my interview in the book. Mankato Free Press, I was on the front page of that. That's the town just south of me. American Spectator magazine wrote an article about my reedfloren.com site. The Department of Education talked about how I was able to go to that school and then work on building a web business. And Ken MacArthur asked me to be in his info product blueprint. So I wrote a short guide on joint ventures for that. I'm a number 1 super affiliate, so you can see my name above some heavy hitters here and here. So what's a joint venture? A joint venture can be many things, but it's basically 2 or more people working together for a common goal. So they want to, instead of compete with each other, they want to co-work together to produce better results. So here's some popular joint ventures. Microsoft and IBM back in the 80s. Bill Gates approached IBM and he suggested that they sell his operating system in their computers, so he didn't really have to do any marketing. He just leveraged off their customers to make sales. Also, Beanie Babies and McDonald's. If you look at the Happy Meals at McDonald's, that's a joint venture. These companies are putting their little products in the bag, and kids are buying them, and people are going to McDonald's, so it's a win-win for both the companies. So why would you want a joint venture? It's the fastest way to create a product, create money on demand, and build a list. I mean, we're creating a product here. We're going to make some money on demand. I'll probably use this recording for something to build a list or to offer to someone. So here's 3 main types of joint ventures. Promotion of a product. This would be emailing to your list about a product. Creation of a new product. It could be an interview or a PowerPoint like this is. And list building. You get other people to promote your product or your free item, and you're building a list. Like I'm doing a site called ultimategraphicsgiveaway.com right now, and we have a bunch of people who donated graphic-related products and images, and then they all promoted the site, and I'm building a list while I'm on this call, and they're all making money doing it. So what are joint venture partners? These are various websites who can promote your products, and it's the fastest way to succeed online that I've found. And there's
Reed, you might want to slow your slides down just a little bit. They're coming through so fast. It takes a few seconds for us to see the slide, and then before it's up, it's almost gone again. So let the slide hang just a little bit.
Okay. So there isn't much of a difference between affiliates and joint venture partners, but joint venture partners can bring you more business, and they can bring you more business faster. And you need both of them to really succeed. But most of your money is going to come from joint venture partners, just because they have bigger lists and bigger reputations, so you can leverage that and make more money.
Reed, how when you first got started, did you get into this right at the top without having the list or the reputation yet?
For the joint venture brokering?
Yeah, for all that.
For all that? Well, I've been doing stuff online since '99, so I have kind of a background. I was 13 when I started doing stuff online for making money. I've tried, paid-to-serve programs, multi-level marketing programs, putting banners up on a web page, AdSense, eBay, you name it. I've tried different things. And what happened here is I bought that course that was done by Jason Cox through Russell Brunson's link. That gave me some credibility because I could go up to people and say, hey, Russell Brunson's a client of mine, and he'd like you to check this out. And then I'd ask them, hey, could I broker something for you? And that just led to a bunch of connections.
That's amazing.
So just kind of
all you need is one big whale to kind of get you into the door, and then from there they connect you to all their networks, and then it's just you're always constantly connecting from one network to the next, and there's always someone out there who needs someone to help them JV and become a joint venture partner.
That is absolutely correct. It's who you know and who knows you. Big time, like you said earlier in the call. That is very important to anything in life. So here's how you go about finding joint venture partners. You can go to events, like the event coming up. Go to clickbank.com. Other networks like Commission Junction. Other directories like dmoz.org. testimonials on websites. JV Notify Pro, which is a forum that I help run with Mike Mers.
What do you mean with testimonials?
JVNetwork.com.
Explain testimonials real quick.
Testimonials, well, if someone leaves a testimonial on a web page saying that they really like a product, oftentimes they leave their contact information, like their website. You can grab their name, go to their website, find their email or their phone number, and then contact them and tell them that you really like their testimonial and you'd like them to take a look at your product.
That's very cool. It's very flattering. They're always going to appreciate someone doing that.
IamNewsWatch.com is another site to find places, and various search engines like Google. So go to an event like Jeff Mills' Internet Marketing Super Conference, and you will make connections. You go there, I was at an event not too long ago. I did some interviews with people, did some testimonials with people, shook a lot of hands, asked questions. They asked questions of me. It's really a give and take. If you go to an event, you could buy someone a drink, and you could get a lot of marketing knowledge right there. I think you shared with me that, Jeff, maybe a month ago or so at one of our meetups. And you have a story about that?
About sharing a drink with somebody and getting some knowledge from that?
Yeah.
Well, there's so many stories, actually. I mean, even just last night here at John Childers' event, we had our networking night. So everybody who was here for his conference, was about 100 people here. We all went to the bar, and he taught people how, if you don't drink alcohol or whatever, just have a drink in your hand and, walk around with a full drink so no one tries to buy you something you're not, used to drinking. But, as we sat around, we talked to so many people. We exchanged business cards, and everyone says, "Oh, you can do that? I'd love to learn how to do that." And is the story you want me to tell about Armand?
Sure.
I'm not sure which story you wanted me to tell because there's so many, but there's many times I've had I've gone to events and we're networking, like my friend Armand Morin goes to, and so Armand and I will sit there and talk about internet marketing stuff, and he shares his insights to me. He tells me all about his outsourcing strategies and how he's getting work done for him without him having to do it. And to Armand, everything is easy. If you ever ask him how to do something, he'll just look at you and say, "It's easy," and then he'll just go into explaining all the details to you. And you'll never get that kind of one-on-one personalization unless you're sitting at a table or standing across the bar with some of these giant names who have made millions of dollars online. There's no way you could fly to their house, knock on their door, and say, "Hey, can I spend 10 minutes with you and you can share with me your secret to how you make money online?" They'd be like, "Get out of here," and they'd shut the door on you. But when you go to an event, it's like a free-for-all. I mean, if you want to be a sponge and learn everything you can from every single person on the internet that comes to these events, I kid you not, they don't hold back. They freely share information with you, and sometimes it's the networking and the in between the speaker sessions where some of the best money-making ideas can come from at live events like the Midwest Super Conference.
Definitely, you can make a fortune just networking with people at an event like yours. It really snowballs stuff for you. ClickBank's another great place to find stuff. You can go to the marketplace and just search for something related to your product, or you can go to their directory and you can find products related to yours and ask them to review your product and have them promote it. Perhaps you could promote their product later on. Commission Junction or other affiliate networks, you could find a few places that could promote your product. DMOZ or Directory Mozilla, it's dmoz.org. This is a directory, I think Google used this at one point as a directory on their site and a few other search engines. And you can find a lot of high quality sites because this is all human edited. And it takes, it's fairly hard to get in here. I think I only have maybe one or two sites in here. One of the reasons is you won't find an editor for every category, so a lot of the sites don't get listed. And another reason these editors really comb through the sites and see if it's something valid and not just an advertisement. So
well, the best way to do it is to become an editor and then put your own links in there. I don't know if they let you do that, but or this. Hey, I'll become an editor, Reed, and then you become an editor, and we'll put both of each other's links in the different places for each other.
Great idea.
That's called the JV.
Yep, that's definitely a JV right there. Testimonials, like here's one I left for a product. In fact, I think I left this testimonial and I ended up getting some JV brokering stuff from it because I'm thinking a few people emailed me about it. So they followed some of that advice and tried to connect with me through a testimonial. So I know what happens. I've contacted people through testimonials. Other people have contacted me. So it does work. People do read those. JV Notify Pro. This is a forum that Mike Mers owns, and I help run it and moderate the thing. And you can find a lot of joint venture contacts. I think there's over 1,000 people on there now. Might be closer to 2,000.
Is that free?
Pretty. Yeah, that's free. That's a free forum to go to. And then JV Network. This is done by Michael Fame. It's free to join, but I can't remember offhand what it costs to post. I'm thinking maybe $100 to post your JV offer, but you should find some partners there. So if you're selling an ebook or a multimedia course, you're going to make your money back. I am Newswatch. This helps keep me up to date on what's coming out. I generally don't read other people's emails anymore. Sometimes I'll look at Internet Marketing Newswatch. Otherwise, I'm getting approached all the time for other business, and I just let those people deal with all the emails and have them come up with the great new product, and then I look and see if it seems credible to me, and I might try out some of the techniques if it works, and I might promote it to my list to see if it converts, and then I'll let some joint venture partners know about it and get them on board. So I Am Newswatch is a good way to keep abreast of everything in the marketplace.
Is that imnewswatch.com?
Yep, that's imnewswatch.com, and then you stay on that, and then a few lists that you really like, and you'll keep up to date on just.
Let me tell a quick story about I Am Newswatch. Well, what's interesting about them is I don't know who runs it. Do you know who runs it, Reed?
Mike McGraby and some guy. I think his name is Sean.
Okay. I'm not sure who those guys are. I don't think I've ever met them before. But when I post on my blog on jeffmills.com, they subscribe to my feed, and then they post what I am doing on my blog on I Am Newswatch. So people always wonder, how do you get traffic to your website? Well, when you get a site like I Am Newswatch, taking every blog post you post and then sending it to their list to read through coming to their blog and reading it, or subscribing to their feed and pulling it down, especially if it's the niche. I'm in the internet marketing niche, so it's a great site to get publicity on, and always brings me traffic to my other sites.
Does it bring you a fair amount of traffic from that?
Oh yeah, I mean, I go on here and I just like you, and I see who's who in the news. Who's doing stuff in the internet marketing world that I might want to joint venture with too. So I use it for the exact same reasons you do. And they publish all the press releases we've been doing for the Midwest Super Conference on there, so it's been real helpful.
Nice, great. You can do a Google search. Like here, I put stock market in quotes and an affiliate program in quotes. And I click search, and then I could join any of those sites and promote them on my site. In fact, I think I'm promoting a few of those programs. I think that first one, maybe a few others, are actually partners with me on that site. So that definitely works for people. So here's how you go about approaching JV partners. You want to compliment them, tell them what you like about their product or their website, and then you want to buy their product. And you don't want to just go to somebody and be like, "Hey, can I have everything of yours for free?" Sometimes that works, but you're better off trying to buy something of theirs. It could be a low-end product, and say you really liked it, and then work your way up. And you want to promote their product. If someone sees that you promoted a product of theirs and you made 10 sales, they're going to pay attention because you're making more sales than most affiliates are going to make. Most affiliates don't do anything. So if you make a sale, you're doing better than probably 99% of the affiliates out there. And if you make a bunch of sales, they're going to pay attention to you. And here's the 5 ways you can contact JV partners. Through email, the phone, instant messenger if you have that, snail mail, you can mail them something, or in person at a live event like Jeff Mell's Super Conference. So, via email, after I have an established relationship with someone, I'll send them an email. I'll put their name in the subject, and I'll talk about what it is, and I might put JB in the subject line. I'll talk about the product. I'll give them a link, give them a summary, what it is, hopefully get them on board. Sometimes I'll ask them a more personal question, how's family doing, or been to any events lately, stuff like that, and I'll get some responses on those. Other ones will ignore it, but it's kind of it's a numbers game. The whole JB game is that. Here's a phone script. Jeff, you want to play along?
Sure.
Hey, Jeff, it's Reed.
Hey, Reed. How is it going?
Great, you?
Oh, man. It is wonderful. What's up?
Found something you should take a look at. I think it's a great fit for your list. You want to know more?
Sure, man. Hit me.
It's a product on SEO. Where should I send a copy of it?
Oh, you can just send me an email to Jeff at thesuperstud.com.
Great. I'll send that off, and we'll discuss about it later.
So you're sending out, that was actually for a physical product. That was not just like a send me something in an email.
It works for either thing. It's oftentimes I won't call up unless it's something major for stuff where I really need to pull in partners. Most of my contacts come in through Instant Messenger or email, and it's primarily email.
Here's a question for you about Instant Messenger. How do you get these big names Instant Messenger accounts so you can hit them up on an IM?
Well, here's a secret I use to build most of my Instant Messenger list. I did a website where I asked for Instant Messenger contacts, and I asked for their name, their first name, last name, email, and their Instant Messengers. And, not everyone puts it in, but if you get enough people to join a website, you're going to find some JV partners that are going to put their Instant Messenger in. You add those people and say, hey, you're so-and-so from such and such website, and you want to connect with them. Get to know them a little bit, ask them a few questions, offer to answer some stuff for them. You could do mailings for each other or whatever, and that's a good way to get Instant Messenger contacts. Otherwise, you can just ask people at events or via email. A lot of times I'll email someone and be like, hey, this would be easier to talk to via phone or Instant Messenger.
Can you do a search?
I don't know.
Can I search for someone's name? Does the Instant Messenger services have like a search feature so I could type in like my name and then it's gonna like see if I'm a part of their network and then reveal that kind of stuff, or is that all private?
You can, like for instance, my Instant Messenger on Hotmail and Yahoo and Skype is Reed Floren. So if you gave out, and I probably shouldn't be giving this out, but if you typed in Reed Floren or a lot of the other gurus, you'll just have their name right in your Instant Messenger list.
Or
you can try that out and say, hey.
A lot of them use stage names too, so they don't want to know. They don't want people knowing who they are, so they're using like, Hot Grommet number 6.
Yep. There's a lot of people who do that, but it's a surprising amount of people who actually will use their name that they're giving out online or their real name, which is really interesting, to me at least.
Yeah,
I know I did it.
It's a red flag saying, well, not a red flag, but it's a green flag saying, hey, it's okay to contact me and connect.
Yep, definitely. So an Instant Messenger conversation is very similar to the phone. It's pretty much the same questions and same information that I give out to someone. And then I give them a link to join right there, and I might follow up with them later to make sure they promote. That's a good way to break through the email.
I've gotten some of these from you, too.
Yep. Now you'll get some of these sometimes from me. And then snail mail. You could send a letter or a postcard. You could also send a copy of the product with a JV proposal, which is very similar to an email that you'd send out. You talk about what it is, why they should promote it, what kind of money they're going to make, conversion rates you have, maybe some other people who've promoted it. Talk it up.
if
in
you
there.
if you really want to
And
get your snail mail read, don't send it in a regular envelope. Or if you are going to send it in an envelope, handwrite everything on the outside of the envelope, or send it as a priority mail, or send it as a FedEx box. I've had many JV offers sent to me in a FedEx box, so you know what? That's guaranteed going to get opened by me. It's not going to get thrown in the junk box. And you might send a CD or a product sample in there, and people really like that kind of stuff when you send them free stuff.
definitely, that's a great way. The other day, I just got a book sent to me via Amazon.com, and I hadn't ordered anything off Amazon for a while, so I was like, what's this? And in there, it was a little blurb from a guy who teaches people how to sell more books. So he obviously wanted to connect with me, and this was his way of, making a good impression. And now I'm talking about it over a webinar, so it, obviously worked. These unique tricks that you try will, make an impression on someone.
Cool.
In person, at like the Super Conference that Jeff Mills is putting on, and you're going to be shaking hands with some very powerful people. I've seen lineup that he has, and there's some people who really know their stuff. They're making lots of money online. If you can just, get their ear for a little bit, and maybe you can convince them to promote your product or at least take a look at it, you can do really well just from one of them. And that'll open a lot of doors for you. So here's how you can get noticed by JV partners. You want to be professional, courteous, and respectful. If someone's, a jerk, a lot of people aren't going to deal with them. It's a respect issue. People want to deal with people who are respectful to them, and they'll be respectful back. You want to offer to help them first, and maybe you can help them finish up a product, or you can offer to give them a testimonial, or help them out in some way that would be beneficial to them, and they're going to notice that. They're going to realize that, hey, this guy isn't just, hey, will you help me promote my thing? This person's actually trying to build a relationship. And then you create high-quality products. If you have a product that's bad, people aren't going to promote your product, or they're not going to promote very many products of yours because they're going to realize that people refund them, and it's not making a good impression on their customers. You want to write killer sales copy. If your sales copy doesn't convert, people aren't going to promote your products. But if your sales copy is awesome, people are going to line up. There's going to be people who are begging to get on your promotion. If you have conversion rates, you're going to want to provide those. So,
What's a conversion rate?
Sure. Say 1 out of every 100 people go to your website and they order, that'd be a 1% conversion rate. Or maybe 2 or 3 people, that'd be a 2 or 3% conversion rate. The higher the number, the better. Now, in our industry, it's pretty low, because there's a lot of traffic being sent to a page. But if you can create something that's decent, you'll pick up some really high, powerful JV partners.
You know what a good conversion rate is offhand? Like a 14% or higher than that?
That's pretty rare, unless it's like an upsell. But on like a front-end product, I'd say a good one would be 2 to 5 would be really good. I'd say 1% or less is average. For most products, they're usually pretty bad on the front end. But there's some copywriters out there that do a fantastic job. You wanna do the work for them. If you can set up their affiliate account for them, or provide them with the links or emails to send out, that's going to help. You want to remind them to promote your product. So what do JV partners look for? High quality products, great sales copy, high commissions. They're not going to promote something that they're only going to get a 5 or 10% commission. They want something that's going to give them a 50% or 75%. I've seen some products that are 100%. I've even seen some stuff that pay a 200% commission, and then you don't get any of the back-end money. So they'll sell a bunch of other products to these people, and that's where they're making their money. A reciprocal mailing. This is where you'd mail for their product, and then they'll mail for your product. Or they'll mail for your product first, and then once you build up a list, you promise to mail for them. Integration marketing, this is kind of a newer strategy. there's a couple of different ways to do this. One would be to put something on, say, someone's thank you page saying, hey, here's a bonus gift, and then that could go to one of your freebies, and then you could do the same to them. Or you could put a message into your autoresponder promoting one of their products, and they could do the same for you. I did this for a survey that I did on internet marketing, and I had a bunch of marketers send out what's the number one thing you want to know about internet marketing, and that list grew to 500 to 1,000 people from a few people promoting that. And then in my follow-up messages, I integrated some mailings for them so it would make it worthwhile for them, and I ended up making some affiliate sales because of it off that small list. So that does work, and it makes you money, and it sends traffic. If you have a contest, a lot of these sites that are really hyped up, but big contests, they have big screen televisions that are up for grabs, or vacation packages, or computers, or just regular, more everyday items that people can win, or even some cash. Now, you don't need to get those things before you launch your product, but you could say what they're going to be. And if you have those things on a page and saying what you're going to have, people are going to pay attention. They're more likely to promote because they're like, ooh, it's an ego thing. I can hop on this and I can say I'm a #1 super affiliate, which is what I established earlier on in this presentation. It builds trust because they can go up to people and say, well, I promoted this thing and I did really well. Maybe I should promote your product. And you can get a lot of products that way just because people know you can sell. So that's another trick for contacting JV partners. I'm usually on those lists for the top sellers of a product, so I will congratulate the other top sellers, and that's a great way to network because you can say, hey, I sold a bunch, and I see you sold a bunch. We should, get to know each other a little better. Or you might find that out, just as a regular user and see that, oh, this person's selling a lot. Maybe I should, get in touch with them and learn more about them. So once you have a JV partner, you want to do everything for them. So you want to, set up their account, remind them to promote, give them emails, put in their links. You want to be clear and upfront on everything. And you don't want to hide stuff. People want to work with people that are easy to work with and help them out. They don't want to have a hassle. You want to remind them to promote. This is really big. I have, a lot of people who will sign up for something and then they get distracted. I'd say there's a lot of ADD in this industry, and I'd say I probably have it too. I haven't been diagnosed, but it's just you find all these other opportunities and your mind's thinking about a bunch of other things, and you forget. You want to pay on time. Nobody wants to wait 3 or 4 months for payment. You want to pay someone within a couple weeks or a month, and give them their commission. Or what if you have a few refunds? You're going to make money off that list to pay for those things. You don't want to stretch it out and make it so these partners don't want to promote your stuff. Because if they get paid early from you, they're going to promote something else or promote that product again. Do you want to have prizes like that contest? That really helps things out. And you want to help them out in the future. Reciprocal mailing or a testimonial. That really makes you stand above the crowd. You want to work with them. Help them out, get their stuff going, and help them promote you. Help them make more money, basically. So when and how to use a JV broker. You want to select a broker with a good reputation, contacts in your market, experience with your type of product. So if someone, experienced with ebook and they're in your niche and they have a reputation that's good, that'd be a good person for you to deal with. If they're experienced with brokering, manufacturing products, that's not going to help you much because they won't have the context or the experience that you need. And you want to stay away from people who charge per project or hourly, I think. I haven't experienced it, but I assume there's people out there who are going to rip you off on a per project or hourly basis. You want to find people who will charge you a percentage because they're going to go out there and they're actually going to try to get stuff going. They're more of a salesman type mentality. They don't make anything unless you're making money. So how does a JV broker work? So let's say you have a $100 product. split $50 with the affiliate. So when they make a sale, they get $50 and you get $50. And then your JV broker makes $25 for each sale his affiliates make for you. So if he introduces you to someone who makes a bunch of sales, you end up paying him $25 out of each sale. This leaves you with $25 per sale, new customers, new list, a good reputation, great contacts, and celebrity status in your market. You go from zero to hero basically overnight, and this is probably your fastest way to success in anything, by getting other people to recommend you and endorse you, because you're leveraging their credibility and their reputation, and that really helps you out quite a bit. Won't you agree, Jeff?
Absolutely. I think in the bigger projects, you can make a bigger piece of the pie too. $100 is kind of an average product, but you get into the big time stuff. There's always those high ticket launches that happen. Last year, there seemed like there was like 20 of them or so that launched last year, and these prices were $2,000, $3,000, $5,000 a pop, and you can make a pretty big chunk of change if you help set up some of those deals.
You sure can. So if you have a product that needs my help and you want to get in touch with me, you can go to ejvbroker.com, or you can call my cell phone, 507-304-3399. I'll answer your question, let you know if the product seems good, and give you a little bit of consulting time on that. But I want you to get started today, and I want to give you a mega package to jumpstart your success online. I've been working online since '99, and by leaps and bounds, this is the best way for me to get from where I was to where I am. I skipped college to do internet marketing, and I basically set an ultimatum with my parents that, hey, if I'm not successful within 4 years, I should go to school. Well, it's now '07, so I'm 2 years out of school, and I'm already one of the quote-unquote experts in my market, and I'm friends with tons of people who are making lots of money, and I'm doing fairly well myself. So it's a very nice way to jumpstart your success. And I'm going to give you a live coaching program on joint ventures, because this is the best way to get going. And you're going to learn what joint ventures are. It's going to be similar to what this presentation is, with a $197 value. I'll go in a little more depth on that. And you're going to learn about types of joint ventures. That's another $197 value. You're going to learn why you need a joint venture. I'll go into a lot more depth on why joint ventures are important, and who to JV with, and how to find those people, who they are, and how to get in touch with these people, and how to craft a winning JV proposal. I get JV proposals all the time that just aren't that good. And if you have a JV proposal that's really good and you know how to contact people and how to remind people to promote, you're going to stand above the crowd, and it's going to help you out. I'm going to dissect a successful joint venture, so you're going to find out, what was good, what was bad, and why you should do yours that way. I'll have a bonus question and answer session, and I'll have a bonus private consultation with you. I charge $250 an hour for consulting time now. And
who told you to start charging that kind of money?
When did I start charging that kind of money?
I said, who told you to start charging $250 an hour?
Well,
I did.
It came from you, and also I connected with a few other marketers, and that seemed to be a good rate to go with. And we basically stemmed from a guy who asked about consulting, and then we ended up having lunch later on, and he agreed to that. So it was very good, and I thank you for helping me determine a price point.
I just wanted to let people know it's a real number. Reed is not inflating into these numbers to build this product up as being more than it is. He actually charges $250 an hour to get his time, so it's a huge deal.
So you're going to learn what joint ventures are and what they can do for your business, how joint ventures work, and why giving away a percentage of your money makes you a lot more. And it gives you a mindset change. If you learn about joint ventures, it's going to put you into the big leagues of any industry, because this is happening all over the place. It's not just internet marketing. It's all over. Joint ventures happen every day, and they make a lot of money. You'll learn about the types of joint ventures, specifically how to build a list, how to get others to create your product, and how to get people to market you. You're going to learn why you should joint venture. I believe this is the way to make money online is by utilizing joint ventures, and you're going to find out that is either the best investment you make or one of the best investments you make. And if you don't see the advantages of joint ventures, just let me know, and I'll have a private discussion with you after you order, and you'll find out how your business can explode using this kind of marketing.
So are you making a special offer for people tonight, Reed?
Yep, I'll be making a special offer tonight.
Awesome.
You'll learn exactly who the best people are for you to joint venture with. It could be someone local. For instance, we just got a new puppy, and I'm going to be contacting our trainer to see if she wants to do a video on dog training. It could be a world-famous author or guru. I've dealt with lots of people who have their own books that are, best-selling authors, or the #1 website on the internet for your niche. I have a client named David Ricklin who owns the #1 self-improvement site on the internet, healthgrowth.com, and I helped line him up a few JVs way back, and that helped me establish credibility because I'm working with one of the top websites on the internet. It was actually #1. I believe it still is on all the search engines for self-help and self-improvement. And so I've done JVs and all those, and I know advantages and disadvantages, all of them. So you'll find out which one's better for you. You'll find out how to find these people, and I'll give you a list of where to go, so you save time and money and effort, because that's where it really is. That's why you want information like this, so it jump-starts your success, because why waste time trying to find these things out when you can have someone who's making a successful living doing this, and they can just give you a model to duplicate. You find out how to contact JV partners, how to make initial contact and how to follow up with them and how to get them to promote. See my initial approach, some sample scripts I use, and how and when to follow up. I'll show you how to craft your JV proposal, because I get lots of JV proposals, and a lot of them are just not good. You'll find out what these mistakes are, so you don't make a fool out of yourself, and you're going to make sure that people look at your proposal so they promote it and you make tons of cash. I'm going to dissect a joint venture, a live campaign, and I'll show you, what's good, what's bad, so you can model it and you can become the next superstar. Basically, you're just one website away from being a expert in this market and being a guru that people look up to. And once you have that status, you usually don't have to buy products. You usually, make a lot more money. You get invited to things. It really helps you out. So if you can start building your list and start making those connections and making those products and making those sales, you're going to be doing a lot better. You'll go from an earner instead of just a learner, and this is one of the fastest ways to get there. I'm going to have a bonus question and answer session where I'll answer all your questions live on the air, and I'll have a bonus consultation with you so we can talk about getting you from point A to point B. And I charge $250 an hour, like Jeff says, and this is a private consultation. I would prefer to record it and hopefully use it for other educational purposes, and we can remove parts that you don't want out there, but I want to help you out as much as I can in that hour. So if you add that up, modules 1 through 9, that's $197 a piece, and my bonus consultation is $250 an hour. That's $2,023 right there that I could charge, and I firmly believe it's worth that because I've done several sites that have made a lot more money than that, and you can use this information and do it over and over again. I do new sites all the time, and I'm disappointed if they don't pull in this kind of money. So it's very nice to be able to take this information and keep applying it. But I want to make this irresistible. So we're going to do a 1-hour interview product where you interview me or I interview you on internet marketing, and I'll give you a transcript of the interview, and we'll create a sales letter and other promo materials together, and we'll create the graphics on the website, and I'll invite other marketers to promote, and I'll promote this to my list. So you're getting a lot of value right there. We're going to split the profits from the site, and you're going to become famous, and that's priceless. Because once you have, a little bit of celebrity status in the marketplace, everything's just going to change for you. That's a total value of $4,208. So the modules are 2023, and your product is 4,208. And you're going to have your own list, customers, JV partners, a profitable business, and celeb status, which personally I believe is priceless. Because once you have that, it's hard for people to take that away. You add that up, that's over $6,411. And, I don't want you to spend that kind of money. So, I wouldn't want to spend that, and I hope you don't want to either. So, that's quite a bit of money. Here's what I'm going to do. I'll fast that price by 69%. That's only $1,997, which is really cheap for your own successful business. But I still think that's a little too high, so I'll cut that in half. So if you order today, $997 gets you in the door into my training program. So where else can you have your own business for under $1,000, which allows you to crank out money on demand, replace your existing income, and become a celebrity in no time flat? I can't think of anything else. Jeff, can you?
I can't think of anything else either, man. I mean, I can think of a few things, but this is so fast and easy, and it's two minds working together instead of one, which makes it so much easier.
So here's my guarantee to you. You'll learn how to have successful joint ventures. We'll create a profitable website for you. You'll get your own mailing list. You'll learn how to crank out money on autopilot. And you'll become a mini celebrity. And if I fail to do any of those things, I'm going to give you all your money back. Because if I can't do that for you, and if we can't do that together, I don't want your money. So a cup of coffee a day or your own successful business. So if you think $997 is too expensive, just divide that by 365 days, and that's only $2.73 a day, or less than the price of a cup of coffee at Starbucks. So that's Starbucks coffee or being a celebrity and cranking out money on autopilot. Which one's more important to you? And you can also have Uncle Sam pay for this by deducting this on your taxes. So here's 9 reasons for you to take action. What was that, Jeff? Did you say something?
No, go ahead.
You'll have your own successful business. Your friends and customers will become envious of your lifestyle. Once you learn these secrets, you can do them over and over again. Success is sexy. Just ask your spouse or significant other. They're going to like it when you're doing better. My girlfriend's smiling at me right now. You can tell your boss to shove it and see how he reacts. You can give him the pink slip. We all know that having your own business can make a lot more money than working a job or being just over broke. You and I are working together, and I'm going to give you time-tested, proven methods to ensure your success. And afterwards, you can prove everyone wrong who doubted you. Back in high school, I was telling people, I'm going to make all this money online, and a lot of people were doubting me, and there's still friends that I haven't told everything to, because I'm not going to just go up and brag to them about making more money than they do. And they're like, well, how's your business doing? They think they're so great because they're in school, and it's great that they're in school, but they shouldn't use that against me for it, because you can succeed in other areas of life by taking action and doing the right things. And this might be your only chance to get this deal, so you should take advantage of what Jeff and I have put together. And what I ask you to go to thejvbootcamp.com, and you'll find some testimonials and some sales copy right there that you can read through, and you can learn about the program in a little more depth, and just take action.
Let me make a better offer for people, Reed. I'm going to make it even specialer, if that's a word. It's more special for people. And here's what we're going to do. The first 10 people tonight, and tonight only. It doesn't matter if you've bought the Midwest Super Conference tickets already. It doesn't apply to you. It only applies to the people tonight. 10 people, the first 10. So if you're 11th person, you're not going to get this. That's why it's important you make a decision and you follow your heart and you take advantage of this incredible offer that Reed is giving you, because the first 10 people will get free VIP tickets to the Midwest Super Conference. Did you hear that okay? Midwest Super Conference, $997 to come to it. So guess what that becomes? It becomes the greatest 2-for-1 deal you'll ever get. You get to come to the conference for free, and you get this product, and you get to work with Reed and make a ton of money and tap into his contact list, become his joint venture partner and business partner with a new product idea that you're going to be working on and putting together. So the first 10 people to go to thejvbootcamp.com right now, right this moment, go to that website and put in your credit card information, fill in your name, your address, your phone number, your email, and then get out your credit card, enter that on the website, and hit the submit button and make the decision tonight that you're going to be part of this club. You're going to be a part of this group of people who are making money online instead of failing your way through this internet marketing stuff out there. It's a very complicated, very hard to navigate landscape. It's all about mentoring. It's all about getting with the people who know how to make the money. And tonight you're given that opportunity. So the first 10 people to take action right now at thejvbootcamp.com will get free VIP tickets to the Midwest Super Conference, and you get to come absolutely no cost to you to the conference. You just fly out here, drive out here, and get your hotel room, and you're taken care of for the rest of the weekend. What do you think of that offer, Reed?
That's awesome. You made me just want to buy it myself. I know how important going to events are, so just doing that pays for it. You're going to get real life hands-on training right there, and I'm sure if two of us, anyone who orders today, I'm sure we can have a little session to meet right there, if that'd be okay, Jeff.
Yeah, how about you take them out to breakfast? Take them all to breakfast or something before on day 2 or something, and let them just pepper you with questions or something like that before we start the second day of stuff, and just buy them all a cup of coffee and show them that you appreciate them, and they get some special time with you, and that'll be awesome.
That'd be incredible. It's really powerful. Thanks for making that.
Yeah, and I want to make it very clear that this offer is only good tonight. So what that means is, if you need to go talk to your spouse or you need to go and think about it, what does that actually mean? What does think about it mean? This is a no thinking proposition. You either want to be successful in your business or you want to stay the same way you are now. Duh. Which is the better choice? Obviously self-improvement is what you're seeking for here, and this product is going to help you do that. So I'm not trying to give everybody a hard sell tonight. I just know how incredible this offer is and how you'd be foolish to pass it up and not take advantage of it. And so I'm going to say right now on my watch it is 9:25 or so. At midnight tonight, which is in like 2.5 hours or so, if you have not purchased the jvbootcamp.com because you don't want it, that's fine. You won't be able to come to the conference, the Midwest Super Conference, if you buy it later. So make that clear. You get the free Midwest Super Conference ticket if you order before midnight tonight. If you order tomorrow or you're listening to the audio or the webinar replay, the deal is off. Unfortunately, I'm sorry, the deal is off. And you should have been on the live call to get this offer in the first place. So I'm not saying that to be mean. I just you got to make a fair offer and you got to stand by it. That's how you do marketing. You make an irresistible offer, and that's how you make money, guys. You make an irresistible offer that people just can't say no to, and it puts money in your bank account. And Rita, thank you for coming on the call. Anything else you want to close with, or is that it?
No, thanks for having me. I don't know if you're doing Q&A or anything like that. I'm going to do.
Okay. Well, I'm not
Whatever
sure. I'm not sure if we do have any Q&A. Let me pull the webinar back onto my screen here real quick, and just.
Jeff, can I just jump in there?
Yeah, go ahead,
Can
Henry.
I just jump in quick?
Yeah, go for it.
Just to make sure of that midnight deadline, I will. I hardly ever get to bed before midnight, but I will be watching Reed. If all of the people that sign up by midnight tonight, if you email me or instant message me their name and email address, and then I will send them the link to get their free VIP ticket that Jeff has promised. So I'll be watching for those. If they come in 5 or 10 after midnight, I'll expect maybe that was because your Skype or your email was running a little late. But by anything after that, like Jeff says, the deal is off. So I'll be watching for that tonight and let Jeff know, because I know he's off away from the system right now. But I'll take care of those for your people who sign up, the first 10, up to the first 10 that buy tonight. Sounds great. Thanks.
Super deal. Okay, let me throw it back onto my screen here real quick, and I'm going to change the presentation back onto me and get that going. And all right.
I just wanted to make one other comment there too. You know, a while back, Reed, you were making the comment about the deal you made with your folks between college and following your dream, and you know, that's really the way that I equate this with people. That this is training. You know, rather than going to a trade school or a couple of years or 4 years of college to try to pick up something. I mean, where else can you get the training that you need to move into a business? And if they put the effort in working with you, you're going to show them how to build a business. They'll have themselves one heck of a part-time, if not a full-time business by the time you're done with this. So, I mean, to me, that's a no-brainer. You know, anybody is thinking of trying to better themselves in some way, shape, or form, and they're on this call, they're evidently looking to the internet to do that, and it really is a no-brainer. I expect to see that email with 10 people here, you know, before I go and get my dessert here.
Yeah, and now I'm not going to discourage anyone from not joining Reed's program, but if for some reason you don't have the finances to do the $997 program, and you still want to come to the Midwest Super Conference through the standard ticket for $697, hey, you know, it's not much more to go up to $997. You can always go and order your standard ticket on the Midwest Super Conference website, and that's okay. Anytime between now and August the 31st, and then on September the 1st, it's going to be a full payment to come to the conference. So you got a great offer tonight, folks, and I really appreciate Reed for coming out there. All this is happening because we met at a conference. All this happened for Reed because he went to a conference, and he positioned himself to get to know some people, and those relationships turned into business partnerships, which then have turned to a very nice six-figure income for Reed, and he's only 21 years old. And sometimes the young bucks out there figure things out faster than us old dudes do. And so accelerate your learning curve and get some fresh information, some fresh insights from some of the youngins out there like Reed. I call you a youngin, but you know, I still feel young, even though I'm 37 years old now. So I want to thank everybody for coming on the webinar tonight. And what was the website they go to one last time, Reed?
It's the jvbootcamp.com, and we already have seats filling up. I just saw Brenda signed up through the site, so we're down to 9 right now for your special deal.
Awesome. Appreciate that. Thank you very much for ordering tonight. And so do it now, folks. Don't think about it. Just autopilot now. This is what you need. So go to the site, fill in your information, put in your credit card, hit the submit button, and we're going to see you here in Minnesota, September the 28th, the 29th, 30th, 2007. The hotel rooms are about to get filled, especially now with more people coming. I can guarantee you that we will sell out of all our rooms by September the 4th, so do not wait. And we'll see you. Henry, any announcements for Thursday? What's going on for Thursday? Anything you want to announce tonight, or any idea?
We're still up in the air. We had our speaker for Thursday night got stuck on the tarmac and in an airport most of the day, and running very far behind. So we'll see what we put together yet, Jeff. He's
going to be sitting on that tarmac till Thursday? Dang, that's tough.
He'll be on the TV. One of those people that no, he's off. I think he's out of the plane by now, but he had some major problems yesterday with connections.
Okay, well, stand by your email boxes, folks, for Thursday night. We'll see if our guest we had lined up is going to be there. Otherwise, if not, we'll still have something for you guys to benefit from on Thursday night. So we can teach you about marketing your businesses online and just help you out in any way we can. That's what we're here to do. We're here to serve you, here to help you make money, here to inspire you, and here to take you to the next level. The Midwest Super Conference is the place to be, and our speakers will show you the keys to your financial futures and your financial freedoms. Don't miss the boat, folks. We'll see you later. From Nashville, Tennessee, this is Jeff Mills on behalf of Reed Floren, Henry Greiner. Y'all have a great week. God bless, and we'll see you at the next webinar. Bye for now.